Hello, I'm Atujami and you're watching HornbillTV's Prime at 9, now news in details. In a very unfortunate incident, 2 students from Nagaland died in a bike accident at Mantuwala in Dehradun, Uttarakhand at around midnight yesterday, May 19. The deceased have been identified as Aseto Cho and Vitol, both from Wiswema village in Kohima. Aseto was pursuing BSc Agri final year while Vitol was doing BBA second year in Doon PG College in Dehradun. The Naga Students Union Delhi President Isaac Cheriname informed HornbillTV that after the completion of post-mortem and formalities, the bodies are on the way to Delhi and is expected to reach the capital at around 10 p.m. tonight. He also informed that the mortal remains are expected to be flown to Nagaland tomorrow morning. Furthermore, Dehradun NCF Pastor Along Sidir informed HornbillTV that a short funeral was conducted before the deceased bodies were sent off to Delhi.
And blessed, He will prepare for us a place when we all get to heaven. What a day of rejoicing that will be when we all see Jesus. We'll sing and shout the victory.
Friends who have joined with us. So we also want to thank you. We'll spend a short break.
To give us updates on incident and the preparation being made to send the bodies, we have Naga Christian Fellowship Dehradun on the line with us.
কোন খান থাকি আৰু কতিবা হৈছে এটো লবৰি আৰু ডিটেইলছ অলপ কৈ দিব পাৰো
মই ফোন ৰিসিভ কৰাটো হেলি 12:26 থাকিছে মিডনাইট থাকিছে যোৱাকালি আৰু এইটো এক্সিডেন্ট হোৱাটো হেলি টাকাইটা নাম আছে মান্দুৱালা কৈনা
ওকে
দেৰাদুন চিটিৰ পৰা অলপ আউটস্কাৰ্ট আছে তাতে তাইজন এক্সিডেন্ট কৰিছে কোনো শুনি না কেনেকা হৈছে ইটোতো নাজানি ভাব কিন্তু আই উইটনেছ কোনবি নাই এইটো সামনে এইটো সলিবিট কোনবি থাকা নাই
আচ্ছা
এক্সিডেন্ট কৰা শুনিয়া বেছিতে যা মানুহ পৰা কতো হিলে তাতে পঞ্চা টাইম দে ব্ৰাদাৰ আছিতো তাইতো স্পট ডেট থাকিছে গৈছে আৰু তাই লগা সাথী ব্ৰাদাৰ বিটল দো হিলে তাই Rasta in the hospital looking at them day. He prayed his last in Kulikise. Brother Asito do final year BSc Agri Tagishe, BSc Agri final year Tagishe, or brother we told do Hele, PPA second year student Tagishe.
ওকে তো পাছে এতিয়া তো আমি আন্দো কুদি আছে আৰু তাইজনলা বডি নাগালেণ্ডে ওবাস আনিবলে লাগা এৰেঞ্জমেন্টস কানো কিনিগা চাইছ না
এতিয়া মই student নামহান 5 জন লইগিনা মহান 6 জন ডেড বডি তো লইগিনা এতিয়া দিল্লী দি যাই আছে
ওকে
কিন্তু আমাহান ডেড বডি তো খৰপুন চাই দিবলে এইটো নিমিতে আমাহান এতিয়া দিল্লী ৰাস্তা দি আছে দিল্লী পৰা ইম্ফাল লইগিনা যাব কালি স্কুল টিকাৰ হোৱা নাই কলিতো ইকুত টিকাৰ হোৱা নাই কলিতো কালি চাই দিবনিকা ভাবনা তো আছে
ওকে পাছে তো কিনিগা হৈছে এটো এসার্টেন গলে না পাৰি না
ইয়া কোৱা নিচিনা মানুহ থাকা নাই তাতে ওচৰত বিনা নহলে তো কোনোবা তো পেৰাই থাকো এনে জানিব এইটো পাৰবাজি পাৰ হৈ নাই থাকিছে কোনবি থাকা নাই তো কিনিগা হৈছে নাজানি হলিবি একটা শৰ্ট হইলো ৰান হিদিন ৰান কেস নিচিনা বেছি হৈ থাকে এৰাটো নিচিনা দে হলিবি ইটোলা কেসটো নহয় কোৱাটো মই ইটোবি এনে জানি ৰাইছে নাই দুটো
আচ্ছা
We had a small funeral service before we bid farewell to our friend, so which was attended by the students, bodies, elders, church members, and around 50-60 in the extra
The Konyak Union, Konyak Students Union, Konyak Nyumpur Sheko Kong, Konyak Village Chairman Union and the Mon District GB Association are reported to have held a meeting with the GPR and NSCN KYA and Konyak Village Council representatives in Thorlio of Myanmar on May 19. A press statement from the Konyak Union on Friday referred to what it stated was the experience of a hard situation in the region with the abrogation of the ceasefire agreement. For this, the press statement stated that the community urges the NSCN, GPRN, KYA, Konyak region to take initiative for a ceasefire agreement with both the countries to enable peace in the region. The NSCN, GPRN, KYA, Konyak region authority had agreed to take up the matter with its higher authorities for further action, said the press statement.
Ati nga sonda so param gawi nok di kongrana jaya yo kongrana jaya yo malik
Meanwhile, with empathy and considering the daily problem faced by the Konyaks in Myanmar, the Konyak Union also urged the Government of India and Government of Nagaland to take up the matter in extending the existing 16-kilometer belt-free movement regime to whole of Mon district to facilitate the movement on humanitarian ground. Nagaland today observed International Day for Biological Diversity under the theme Building a Shared Future for All Life at the Regional Center of Excellence for Music and Arts, Jotsoma in Kohima. The program was jointly organized by the Nagaland State Biodiversity Board, NSSB, and the Deutsche Gesellschaft for International Zusammenarbeit. Speaking on the occasion as a special guest, Nagaland's Forest Environment and Climate Change Minister Y.M. Yolo Konyak said that the state of Nagaland is very rich in biodiversity, having variety of flora and fauna. He also encouraged the people to conserve biodiversity for survival and also for the future generation.
Nagaland is very rich in biodiversity, having variety of fauna and fauna. Nagaland has for a large number of plant species which are endemic to the state or the northeast part of India. Biodiversity resources are required to be nurtured for their sustainable supply for our future generation. But this has not been done due to one or either reason. Thus, the policy and planning mechanism in every sphere of development should accommodate the concept aspect of biological.
Yolo also launched revised Nagaland State Biodiversity Strategy Action Plan. Farhad Vania, Country Office GIZ, India, Dr. Ankesi, Berger Consular Head of Environmental Affairs, German Embassy, New Delhi, and James Pangsang Kongkal Sangma, Minister for Forest Environment and Climate Change, Meghalaya, delivered short speeches.
2010 or the decade later, GIZ has grown. I'm sure pretty sure Nagaland has also grown in terms of what it does and what it hopes to achieve. We are now about something like 45 active projects
Ras has already nicely introduced our Indo-German cooperation. So my name is Antje Corinna Berger. Please feel free to call me Ella or Antje, since I know that my name is difficult to pronounce. The SDGs and the convention. This year's slogan of the International Biodiversity Day is Building a Shared Future for All. I would like to add together. Together we can build a shared future for all.
Nagaland Deputy Chief Minister Y. Patin met Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath on May 20. According to the press statement from Deputy CM's office, the two leaders discussed on various issues regarding ongoing development models in the state of UP and progressive plans for the overall development of the state in his second tenure. It was informed that UP will be having the fourth largest airport in the world very soon. The keen interest and priority of Yogi to ensure that both central and state schemes are effectively implemented has led the state of UP towards progress. On such effort, that needed mention was the promotion of one district, one product with a diversified approach on ODOP Mart, ODOP Helpline and ODOP Cell to boost rural economy of the state. Yogi is said to have assured a visit to Nagaland very soon and hope that a business connect may be fostered based on mutual needs of both states. The Confederation of Nagaland Chamber of Commerce and Industries has expressed its heartfelt gratitude and extended support to the Home Department's order to ban all the government and private tech gates across Nagaland. In a press statement, the CNCCI stated that this has been a long pending demand made by the business community to the government, since most of these check gates exist without any relevance but fleecing the hard-earned money of business community and transporters. The CNCCI thanked the government for taking such a bold step for fulfilling one of the long-pending demands of business community, stating that the order implemented in letter and spirit will integrate the economy of the state and movement of goods with the rest of the country seamlessly. The CNCCI requested the government to implement the order with full commitment and produce result on the ground. Meanwhile, the CNCCI sought clarification from the Urban and Municipal Department as to how it allowed the Municipal Council of respective districts to levy taxes at interstate check gates on goods-laden trucks according to the numbers of tires the truck has. The CNCCI demanded that the Municipal Department immediately stop such collection, as there is no logic or reason to levy entry toll tax when all requisite taxes has been paid by the transporters during registration and renewal of truck license and has paid trade license and sanitation tax to operate transport agency. Moving further, after a last-ditch effort to get some time to surrender did not work, cricketer turned politician Navjot Singh Sidhu on Friday surrendered before Patiala Chief Judicial Magistrate Amit Malan, who started to process to send him to jail. The former Punjab Congress chief was sentenced by the Supreme Court on Thursday to serve 1 year in jail in a 1988 road rage case in which he was let off 3 years ago with a fine of Niraj rupees 1,000. Sidhu is expected to be lodged at the Patiala Central Jail that has been prepping for the new inmate. On Friday morning, Punjab's Additional Director General of Police, Virendra Kumar, made a quick visit to the prison and took stock of the security arrangements near the barrack where Sidhu is expected to be lodged. The top police officer was briefed about the security arrangements and cited prison rules to underscore that there was no provision to extend special treatment to any inmate. Officials later insisted that Kumar's visit was a routine one and Sidhu will only be one of the many high-profile inmates in the jail. Sidhu's archival Bikram Singh Madhitya is also lodged in the Patiala jail. Sidhu did try to put off his surrender earlier in the day when senior lawyer Abhishek Manu Singhvi approached the Supreme Court to give Sidhu some time to surrender on medical grounds, but Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramana declined to entertain the request. The Central Bureau of Investigation is conducting raids at 17 locations linked to RJD leader Lalu Prasad Yadav in a fresh corruption case. CBI sleuths arrived at 7 a.m. at his Patna residence to conduct searches. Sources said that the central agency has registered a fresh corruption case against Lalu and that raids are underway in Delhi, Patna and Gobalganj. Sources said that the fresh case is linked to an alleged land for job scam during the period where Lalu was the railway minister in UPAI government. Sources said that Lalu's relatives are also being raided by the CBI. Lalu, who served as the chief minister twice from 1990 to 1995 and 1995 to 1997, is trying to contact his wife and others in Patna.
बोचहा की हार जाति आधारित जनगणना पर जिस तरह से भाजपा घिरी है, देश में भाजपा डेंट कर रही है। नेता प्रतिपक्ष तेजस्वी प्रसाद यादव जी 25 साल का भविष्य क्या होगा भारत का, उस विजन पर व्याख्यान देने के लिए लंदन में रहते हैं। लंदन बुलाया जाता है। देश की हुकूमत को ये बातें गलती है। आज महंगाई, भ्रष्टाचार, व्यभिचार, अनाचार।
नहीं, सवाल उठता है कि जो टाइमिंग है, क्योंकि 5 साल पहले जब
मैंने कहा कि 2017 में क्या प्राप्त हुआ। लीगल विंग ने कहा कि जिस तरह की कार्रवाइयां हैं वो कहीं से उपयुक्त नहीं है। आपने लीगल विंग के अनुशंसा को एवॉइड करते हुए आपने कार्रवाई को आगे बढ़ाई थी। आज भी आप जितना रेड कर लो।
Lalu's younger son and party's de facto leader Tejasvi Yadav is currently in London. Sources said that Lalu's wife and former Bihar CM Rabri Devi is alone at Patna residence. Lalu, who was discharged on May 5 from AIIMS in Delhi, is currently in Delhi. He is staying at his daughter Misa Bharti's residence, who is a Rajya Sabha MP.
बालिका गृह कांड का क्या हुआ, सृजन घोटाला में क्या हुआ, उस सब पर कार्रवाई होना चाहिए। बिहार में अनेकों घोटाला हुआ है, उस पर कहाँ कोई कार्रवाई हो रहा है। शौचालय घोटाला कहाँ गया, अब कौन सा ये कार्रवाई हो रहा है। आप जान रहे हैं कि जो 17 साल से सत्ता में नहीं है, उसके बावजूद ये कौन सा छापा चल रहा है।
दिक्कत कहाँ होने लगी, क्या लगता है, कहाँ
देखिए, कहीं न कहीं आदरणीय लालू प्रसाद यादव जी को और तेजस्वी यादव जी के लोकप्रियता से घबराए हुए हैं लोग, और उसके बाद से ये दुरुपयोग कर रहे हैं, अपने सत्ता का दुरुपयोग कर रहे हैं। सत्ता आता है और जाता है। सुन लीजिए, तेजस्वी जी कहीं भी रहेंगे गरीबों की आवाज है, लालू जी गरीबों की आवाज है, सामाजिक न्याय के पुरोहित हैं। नहीं, अभी हम हाजीपुर से आए हैं, हमको पता चला ये गलत है। यहाँ पे कोई नहीं है, लालू जी भी नहीं है, लालू जी इलाज करा रहे हैं दिल्ली में, और तेजस्वी जी बाहर हैं। उसके बाद इस तरह का छापा ये कहीं से न्यायोचित नहीं है।
CBI officials are also conducting searches at Misai's residence in the national capital. Besides, raids are underway at Lalu's bungalow in South Delhi's New Friends Colony and farmhouse in Girtorni near the Gurgaon border. Searches are underway in Patna and Gobalganj as well.
जा रहा है, उसको ये हताश कराने की कार्रवाई है। और देखिए, कुछ होना जाना नहीं है। हम तो 1997 से देख रहे हैं, 1997 से मैं देख रहा हूँ, 20-40 बार इस तरह का सीबीआई का रेड हुआ। और भाई, आज सीबीआई कितना फेलुअर संस्था है कि भाई 1997 से आप लगातार रेड कर रहे हैं और आपको कुछ भी नहीं मिल रहा है। और आज भी यह गारंटी के साथ मैं बोल सकता हूँ कि आज भी बाबा जी का ठुल्लू मिलना है। महाराज, गाय का गोबर मिलेगा, गाय का गोबर। माननीय लालू जी के जो उनके मान सम्मान को अति करने की कार्रवाई है, इससे कुछ होना जाना नहीं है। ये आप क्या बड़ी है, इसकी वजह से क्या देखिए, ऐसा है, ये भी हो सकता है कि उनको डराने की कार्रवाई हो रही हो।
That's all we have for now. Keep watching Hornbill TV.